Hi everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story Season 2, Episode 51 with me, Sid, where I am doing the exciting job of digging some clay up. I came out, no, not J for this, just map for map, not J for journey map. I've come out here, which I actually had clay marked on the map, okay. I thought I'd just discovered this. I was going to waypoint it, but it was already there. I just couldn't see it very well. And yeah, I need clay because we need to use quite a bit of it this episode, or at least some of it. Because we're going to do a couple of things, or work on a couple of things specifically this episode. We are going to work on a berry farm. I often call them in previous series a vineyard, but I'm not going to call it a vineyard. It's going to be exactly the same thing. I'm just not calling it a vineyard this time, okay? That makes it different. And I need to work on my bee garden, my bee place, my place where I just keep my bees and stops the naughty little raccoons from coming in and stealing the comb. So yeah, that's the thing, and as part of that we are going to be putting in, how much have I got? Quite a bit. The first tier of the Golden Combs mod, the ceramic hives, which are not as good as the Langstroth hives, but I need a lot more wax and stuff before I can make Langstroth hives. So yeah, it's a kind of natural progression thing, and I'm going to get all of this clay because there is quite a lot of it. I'm going to have the rest of this woad. I've been collecting woad on the way over as well, because at some point, I may want to dye something blue. And there's nothing worse than wanting to dye something blue and then realising you haven't got any blue dye. So yeah, that's my reason. I'm sticking to it. So yeah, I'll finish off this bit, then I may actually, let me just see if I can't. Can I make you that colour blue? There you go. That should make you easier to spot. Learn from your mistakes. That's the rule. Mistakes are fine as long as you learn from them. Right. Yep. Let's leave that where it is, and we are going to head. Oh, hello. Please not, whatnot. We're going to head back to the castle. I could teleport, but I'll save the durability on my rune. I mean, I'm not a million miles away, but I really don't think I need to worry about that. Let me just grab that while I'm here. Be wrong, well, I might as well have the others. So we got the seeds. Not that I need them desperately, but boop. We'll munch on that bit of flax while we're coming. Nom nom. Eating raw grain is everybody's idea of a good meal. Yeah, so I also found a grave, so we found a few gears and some halite, which is, there's not a lot there, but it's some salt is better than no salt. And let's get back and see what the world has in store for us, shall we? Hopefully, nothing too unpleasant for a change. I nearly fell into that hole. Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I made it. That would be the ultimate embarrassment, killing yourself by falling into a hole that you were instrumental in making. There are lots of horses around, and yeah, it's just a shame we haven't got something like, I say, the golden lasso from Minecraft, so you could go, right, I'll put my horse in my backpack. Which of course you can't, so it would actually make no sense at all. But it would be very practical. because what I would like to do is get myself a decent horse, make myself a decent saddle, so when I go out exploring I don't have to go basically kidnapping horses with the incredibly cheap blackmail of a piece of grass. They're very cheap. Low self-esteem, I think. Right, yeah, so the other thing I started doing is I started stripping the leaves off my trees. Now the issue I have here is a lot of those trees are very tall, aka the pines. So I do need to be able to get up. I want to strip the leaves completely every time I put a crop out. Then I'll put out a crop of pines probably to start off with, just because I'm going for fuel at the moment. And everything will be good. So I'm going to need to throw some ladders up to do that. What can I eat next? I've got 8 of them so far, by the way. 4.8, 10.6, 64, 4.8. I put the candied fruit away in the cellar because I'm kind of carrying a lot of food around with it. I don't really need to be carrying. So that was the basis, if you like, for my putting stuff away. Right, so before we go any further, let's go and make where are you? That's the there we go. Raw ceramic hive. A raw ceramic hive. I'll do 4 for starters. And these are boop, 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 boop. We're booping it up. There we go, and then we can boop around the edge. So these are 2-part hives. One is you have a base and a top where the honey is gathered from. And they individually can't be carried, they have to go into a backpack slot as well, so that's an important thing to remember. But what I would like to do is, well, I'm working, again, this is a game where you need to have as many things happening as possible at the same time. If you can do that, then you will find that you're better prepared, because you want things to be happening. It's effectively how much in management speak, it's how many person days you have, or what used to be called man days, but now we're more enlightened and we call them person days. So, but it literally is. I'll worry about the holes in a moment. They are queen gates, as there would be in a normal hive. You separate the queen from the brood chamber at the bottom, and then you have the separate chamber at the top that the queen cannot get into. So therefore, you only ever get honey, no brood. And the queen doesn't, things. I'm not entirely sure how a hive like this would cope with a swarm, but I mean, in the game it doesn't. Once you put a skep into one of these, the hive is there just forever. There's no swarming from these, so that's also a thing to bear in mind. You always want to keep at least one populated skep. And I should also be aware that raccoons can steal honey. So I should probably go and worry about my I don't know which. It's difficult to know what to go mad on first. Do I go mad on the bee garden, or do I go mad on the trees, or the berry garden? All of them are legitimate choices. Just bring these up. Now if I do that, I'm going to copy that, so I do need to do that first. So yeah, these are one thing. The other thing we need to make is these tops. I need 4 of those. I'll finish those ones off in a minute. We'll just get one of these done. Boop, 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 top, 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 boop, doo, doo, all making the tops, top, 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 boop, 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 boop. And then I just need to make sure that we've got, well, this will fill, if these are 1 per, and I thought these tops were 4 per, but I might be wrong, they may be 1 per. Then that's a kiln load, so, you know, let's not complain, we can get that running, and the sooner it's done, the sooner it's better. So I think the bee is probably our priority. Go. So let me finish these off. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, we've made those. I've also set another 8 hides soaking. I've set some tanning going. So in the spirit of everything... Oh, you can take the... Okay, that's fine. You can't... I think once they're fired. Well, you certainly couldn't. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Right, let's get these fired. I mean, we're heading into winter. It's not the right time. Oh, I've tried to remember to edit that out. Oh, pardon me. Oh, sneezes. Yeah, enough about that. So bees are not going to be active during the winter, but that's fine. We are preparing for when they are. Yeah, they do take up a whole spot, so that's fine. We shall make 4. 2 of those. Boop boop. Boop boop. Oh, that's what happened to my clay. Idiot. Oh well, doesn't matter. You can never have too much clay, so that's the thing. And off you go. We're cooking. Right. It's coming up on 5 o'clock. So, in the morning. So, the next thing I need to have a look at is how many... I've got plenty of ladders. That's exactly what I needed. And then we'll take you. And I suppose we just wait till sunrise. Come on, I can wait all day. I'll see you in a moment. Okay, yeah, the bees are doing their thing. We are going to come up here and do our thing. Might as well take advantage of this wherever I can. Nah, we're not going to get away with that, are we? I've got 14 pine seeds currently, so there's 15. So when we harvest these, tell you something, you really miss your angel belt. Which I suppose you would. I mean, it only makes sense, doesn't it? The ability to basically not have to do any of this, just fly up to the top. Do your bit. Up. And while I'm up here, I might as well take a little off the top for these gentlemen as well. Something for the weekend, sir. Okay, and then here we go. I mean, I could just leave the ladders on. But I'm not. So, my job right now, harvesting pine trees. I'm going to go up the middle, up this side this time. It probably makes more sense to do it this way, because then I've got coverage to the other side as well. Boop. Boop. And boop. Oh, pardon me. My nose is a little bit on the rebellious side. I think that's probably why I had that kind of sneeze. Oh, not why I had that kind of sneeze. I mean, it was obviously why I had that sneeze. It was patently obvious that that caused a sneeze. Right, beard off the top. And back down. Right. Yeah, anyway, I am going to continue doing this until we've got these all stripped of their lovely, lovely leaves and we've got lots of spare seeds, and we'll do the same with the birch and these oaks, and I think that's a larch, is it? It is. That's a hole in the ground one day. Oh, hello. There's somebody underground, isn't they? Right, let's continue with this. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, not a bad harvest at all. Took all day. Cabbage. Turns out really filling. We need to get a lot of cabbages growing. And your P and N are down in that one. Although we're coming up on winter, we're probably not going to be doing any harvesting of anything for some time. Well, planting of anything, not harvesting. We do need to think about getting a greenhouse built, because that would extend our growing season a little bit. And I didn't do that in my last single player LP, so that in itself was interesting. But yeah, all of those trees are harvested. Now I'm going to plant pine. I do want to also plant maple, but I want to, let me just pop you down there. I want to plant maple strategically. Maple I don't want to plant for that is timber. I want to plant it for maple syrup, because there is within the expanded foods we have the options of, well, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the back. Oh, you get me in there. The spiles. So, as best as I can tell, there is no benefit to use. I don't know why. Do you get more? I'd be interested to know actually whether that is the case. But if we look at guides and expanded liquids, you got your fruit syrup, and then you got your tree saps. When drank, birch sap only, 160 fruit, jam a spile in a birch, maple tree and placeable kit. In certain months, check Cooking 101 for details. Tree syrup, tree sap in it. Oh, one sap producer. Oh, interesting. Okay, but it's the basics, maybe spile. Yeah. So fresh resin can be collected from pine trees in March through November. Maple from January, February, and March, and birch from April, May, and June. So what we would want to do is basically get some of those, get some spiles made, and you know, have a small forest. Probably not even a forest. Probably just like so. For example, these two can be things. That is a maple. So these three can all be trees. I can stick it. In fact, I have a maple seed. Let me get this offset. So you are what? I'll just jump one. So you're there, and then about all right, doesn't matter. You're gonna plant there. We'll plant that maple seed. Maple isn't that rare. I've just obviously not chopped a great deal down of it. In terms of what we did get, well, we got 4 oak saplings, which is not bad. I think we only had about 3 oak trees. We got a bunch of birch seeds, so that's not bad. Oh, I have got maple seeds. Excellent. We can get a few of those going. What I did get is 60. Count them. 60 lovely pine trees, seeds, things. I need stickage. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, and keep a pile. So that is that. We've got the we do need to plant these again, but we really need to work on this bee thing. I don't think the raccoons can get them because they're on the top of a spike. But I'm not prepared to take that chance. I also have an issue of storage right now, because I've got, not too bad. Let's put the good stuff in first. Well, it's all good stuff, but perfect. And let's sleep the night away. And we will get on with the bee garden next, I think. That's probably... Well, actually, we'll plant the trees and then we'll get on with the bee garden. I'll see you in a moment. Now, unlike last time, we are going to plant these slightly differently. We're going to plant them in a row, like this. So I am reliably informed that pine have along with acacia, have the highest drop rate of seeds of any tree in the game. Thanks, Shino. Made me sound like I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, no, Shino from the servers was explaining his tree farm and why pine and in the southern region the acacia. And the reason is just the seed drop rate. And so we can grow these all like this, let them all grow up, there'll be a big clump, we can go and harvest the seeds, the leaves, hopefully a lot easier, and you know, Bob's the relative of your choice really. So bee gardens, let's go and make some walls for starters. Walls, and I'm going to go with, well, I think peridotite, because, well, not to put too fine a point on it, I've got quite a bit, so and it's a different colour, makes a change from the other. There you go, frees up a lot of storage in my I wonder whether you can uncraft walls. You can certainly uncraft blocks. Yes, you can. You can just hammer them. You don't get as many back. Well, actually you do. You get 6, not hammer. Pick. You can pick them. However, let's. We probably need to go and deal with that wolf as well. And we need to check our chucks. So let us have a look here. In fact, let's check the chucks first, and maybe even go and check the look. Get bloody broody. Okay, I think I probably need to feed them. Alright, can we? There. Well, at least there's one. Okay. I've only heard one wolf voice. That's just a skeleton. Now, where was he? He was over here somewhere. There he is. Oh, but there's another. And another. I think there might be a second one there as well, actually. So I think we could have 4 more wolves, which is a bit unfortunate. That means I've got to deal with 4 of them, potentially. Come on, Wolfie. Splash, splash. That's the wrong way, stupid. Come on then. It's 2 down. Well, 1 down, I should say. You really are dumb, aren't you? How did you lose me? Take a nibble. I can take a nibble. Right, let me just quickly skin these. I'm not, well, I will cook. Oh, I just noticed this fire clay right next door to my base. Boop, boop, boop. I'm not going to worry. Actually, no, I will. Because the bones can make bone broth and we can as a pup. See, I think this is... I think this is why I am suffering. Sorry, that was very heartless of me. But if I left that, then I'd be coming out and dealing with another bloody wolf, wouldn't I? Okay, let's... and we'll break the bones with a piece of chopped cabbage, because that's the tool of choice. I also just want to very quickly scotch over here while I remember, because I'll forget otherwise, and go map, boop, red, bang. I wish it. While I remember, this should be... This all should be ready. I started levelling some ground, landscaping. I'm considering starting a formal movement, you know. I'm trying to think of the acronym, because it probably won't work, but something along the lines of the campaign for the correct use of the word terraforming, or something along those. We need a catchy acronym, you know, that so that we can like PETA, but for a word. And we've got that. Now with that, this stuff is, if we shop that, we get prepared aged meat, and that is fresh for 1.3 days, but it's tender and delicious. So maybe I should make myself something with that before we get carried away. And I think, so I don't think I can do anything else with... Oh, I can chop you into little nuggets. I think I'm only going to be a little bit pushing it. If can I hammer you? Or have I got a hammer in here? I don't think I do. I need a hammer in here. I mean, I can't keep going out to the forge and using this grubby old hammer every time I want to flatten something, can I? And it doesn't work on that one anyway, because it's aged. Right. I need raw materials. I need some... Let's have a think. I need some veggies. Let me just take, if I go let me just split that in half. So if I go 60 and then, no, that's not right, is it? Well, just take the cabbages. Oh, parsnips. Grain. Let's take a little bit of spelt grain. That will make me 16 pies, won't it? But only... Oh, I better do that. I might not get this bee garden done this episode. Right, I'm going to do some cooking. Let me get that sorted. Alright, I made pie. Probably not the best thing, but just... this one I cocked up. I should have put sliced... wow, I need some space. Have you dried yet? Yes, you have. I need to put a load of these in the other half. So this one is not quite as good. He says, I don't think it's any. That's actually it's identical. The long cutting up of the onions made no difference. But just look at the satiety value of these things. Let me just get rid of most of them. Well, not rid of them, you know, move them onto a shelf. This thing has got nearly 2,800 satiety. Taking context that I only have 1,500 satiety. So, yeah, those are some serious pies, and they got 50 days remaining of their nutritional value. Now, I am not carrying any food at the moment because I have eaten all the bits and pieces of random food that I had, so I am going to take a couple of those, and we'll slice this one up, and that will be my dinner. So yeah, definitely worth curing the meat. Definitely worth curing the meat. Now these that's 2,900 satiety just in protein, so God knows what that was, just all red meat, but really good value. Really well worthwhile cooking. I need to go and put those berries away, and then we can get on and do some stuff. Where did I put my dried berries? There. Yeah, some of these have got rubbishy durations. Some of them have got ludicrous duration. I mean, that dried pear is seriously good duration. I need to keep my eyes open for it and get some pear trees going, I think. Anyway, I'm going to quickly sleep. We need to build this bee garden. At the very least, get it started, because having an episode that's called Bee Garden that doesn't actually result in a bee garden, and that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be what I'm going to call it, but it's kind of the plan. So I'll see you once I've got a little bit more landscaping and some walls in. Alright, we do need a gate. Hopefully I have one. If I don't, I do. Excellent. We probably want some more foliage, parsley, woad we're keeping for that. This obviously we're not doing for other things. Bit of some lupins, some red top grass, that will do us there. And then we need to break this. And that is going to basically allow me to pick up those 4. And then I'm going to go 1, 2. And we'll take these out. So I've not gone mad. I did make a much larger space for it, but I don't want to go completely batpoop crazy. So I'm going to pop you on the top of that one. I'm going to pop you on the top of that one. And then I have got somewhere more of these. So if I come in about there, maybe. And then say about, well, that's not going to really work very well, is it? There. And then we can go and grab the other 2. I need to make a new scap, because we're going to have to populate another scap. There we go. Scap. I am somewhat skeptical. Sorry, couldn't resist. I probably should have done, but I couldn't. Okay, right, a little bit of that, and we're going to go and do that was it. We're going to do a little bit of that and a little bit of that, and that's going to make me 1, 2. And then we'll pop those in here, and we'll get, well, let's do this. If I can find myself a spot. Stick down an empty scap there. I don't think these will swarm before I can get them in, but we'll see. And there. There. And there. So that's our first 4. We do need to throw in a little bit of ground cover. Like that. And there. I don't want that loop in there. I want to keep these fairly small. We can throw some of the bigger stuff in behind because that doesn't really matter. There, perhaps. A little bit of the red top grass. There. 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 Maybe over here. A little smattering of red top. And then I've still got some of this kicking around as well, so we can pop a little bit of that down. That's going to be... So I'm going to pop one of them there. That will come around as forget-me-nots to the side, and the idea is here is that we are simply placing these down. Now, these I don't want to put on if the hive isn't in use, so I'm just going to plonk those on the edge of the wall, just so I know that that hive isn't in use. As I say, I know these are not going to populate, so we are going to grab up you and pop you in there. Pop that on top. Weather is too cold for bees to fly. But we have our first thing. I do need to make more skeppage. I got a bee garden. It's not done yet. I need to put paths in. We're going to have lots of spare. I've got plenty of spare flat capacity over here for my berry farms. Maybe out here we'll get some paths and stuff going. But I'm happy enough with that. And with those going, that should be fine. Those should spread eventually, but I do need to get another skep going, which is quite a lot of, if I remember rightly, it's quite a lot of these. So on that note, we are going to call this one an episode. I definitely allowed myself to get distracted by wolves and food and all sorts of things. But we're making steady progress. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.